Peace and love, everyone. Welcome to all my royals, all my emperors and empresses. Welcome to anyone that's new to my channel. Thank you for coming. You're in the right place. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. Also, if you're already subscribed, make sure you check your notification button and be sure to receive all of your notifications, because I have noticed that a lot of people are not getting the notifications, or a lot of my traffic is not coming directly from notifications. It's coming from other places and stuff. So I just want to make sure everybody's getting it. Now, with that being out of the way, you all that have been at my channel for a while know that I've talked about this before. And if you go back to like some older videos, I don't even know. I'll try to link it in the description box, or I'll try to link it at the end as an end screen. One of the things that I used to always talk about was how in Chicago, women, or myself, in dealing with being a woman with freeform dreads, freeform Natty dreads, people were just like kind of jaded, or just like act like you were invisible, act like I was invisible, when I would walk down the streets or whatever. Other people who had like the manicure dreads or whatever, I would never, they would never like say anything or what have you, mostly, men or whatever, just people in general. I would never receive anybody saying anything or asking questions or saying hi or giving compliments or anything. And I used to ask women on my channel, my empresses, do you all have that problem or issue wherever you live? And a lot of people were like, oh, no, no, no. I get a lot of attention. A lot of people, check for me and say things and say kind things or whatever. I just was not getting that. I was not receiving that at all. And I can't remember how long ago it actually was. I don't know. I don't know when I was talking about it. It's been a few years though. Well, there's been a shift, and I don't know what's actually going on, but I can definitely indeed say, I would say probably like definitely I noticed a change this year, in which way more people, males, females, older, younger, all types of people, uh, African, American, Caucasian, whatever. You know, I just noticed a shift as far as the questions and the greetings and the compliments and, the attraction towards, being a woman with freeform dreads, freeform, being freeform, period. If, at first I thought people were just like probably looking at me like, oh wow, she needs to tidy up her hair. Her hair is not neat, whatever, whatever. I really didn't care, but I was thinking that was the issue. I was like, maybe here, because everybody is really rocking manicured locks, or if they choose to call it dreadlocks. Most people have their hair manicured, they say locks, or they, ones who go to locticians or whatever, they call their hair locks. They don't like to use the word dreadlocks or whatever, to find out the true meaning behind what dreadlock actually means. If more people are educated about it, then they'll understand why it's not a negative word indeed. But yes, so many people have been coming to me. I mean, everywhere I go, I've noticed just like people giving me compliments, or I'm walking down the street, walking my dog, and people yelling out their windows like, I like your hair. Or when I'm riding on a motorcycle or whatever, it's like getting to a stoplight or something, somebody in a car next to me will say, how long have you been growing your hair? It's beautiful. I love the way you have your hair, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about people of all kinds. And it was just like, for a while, I felt like totally invisible because nobody was saying anything. I mean, I've been in the hairstyling game forever, since 1988. So being in the beauty industry, we're used to kind of getting a lot of people, that say things to us or whatever, from being in the salon, from wearing, like, long before I had dreads or whatever. I'm used to people talking to me or whatever because of the hairstyles and stuff that I've worn. I've never, like, how could I put it? I've never felt, I've always been confident. That's what I want to say. I've always been very confident about myself. So it never really mattered. I didn't have to have the reassurance of people saying, giving me compliments or whatever, because outside of all of that, I've always felt good about me, no matter what. However, like I said, there's just been a shift, and I don't know what's going on. It's not like I'm seeing more people wearing their hair or rocking their hair like that here in the Midwest, in Chicago, particularly. But I don't know if it's just becoming more accepted here, or what the deal is. Because again, I don't see many people around me, especially women, that are rocking freeform Nazi dreads in the area in which I reside, or in the areas in which I, choose to move around in. And it's a beautiful thing, that people are opening their minds and not being shallow. And I really just, I'm amazed by how the change has come, because so many times, like I said, I would address it with, people on my live chats, or I would, say, comment down below what type of experience you have, with being a woman with freeform hair, freeform dreadlocks. Sorry, just had to look over Lucky. And everybody had, like, great experiences. And I was just like, wow, why is it that here it just seems like, if the guys that are walking down the street with manicure dreads or whatever are not paying no attention, because I only had, like, one other guy here, and I don't see him anymore. It's been years since I've seen him. But he had freeform Nazi dreadlocks like myself, and we would always, like, run into each other and just, like, we would kind of give each other a nod or whatever. And then even one time, I still don't know his name, and then even one time, he came into my local drugstore, and I saw him, and we both just, like, smiled. It was like we knew each other, and he walked over to me, and I was like, I haven't seen you in a long time, and he gave me a hug. And I still, like I said, I still don't know this man's name to this day, but it was just like that connection, that bond, that feeling of, yeah, I know where you're coming from. I feel your energy. I feel your light. And I just wanted to just come in and say, yes, there has definitely been a shift. Comment down below. Let me know where you're from, male or female, king, queen, emperor, empress. Doesn't matter. Let me know how it is. Let me know where you're from, and how are people accepting, you. First of all, if you're freeform, comment and let me know, what is the reaction? What are the reactions that you are receiving? And then, because I'm talking about myself and talking about being an empress with freeform dreads, I want to hear from everybody. But, please chime in, definitely, if you're an empress and you rock freeform, or if you just, starting your journey, and say your hair is just, like, budding, and it's just like, you're at that stage where you're like, oh my God, I don't want anybody to see my hair. Because a lot of people think that in the beginning stages, which I never felt, in the beginning stages, that, it's something that they're not accustomed to, is different, is scary, is like they don't know how their family's going to react, they don't know how their coworkers are going to react. So a lot of people are, like, choosing to cover up their hair because they're not used to it. However, that will pass too. But yeah, just comment down below. Let me know where you're from, how you rock your hair, if you wear manicured locks, or if you're a freeform Nazi dread or so. And how are you received, from wherever you are. Definitely let me know your location, but comment down below and let me know how it is. I'm just really amazed by the shift, because it hasn't been, like, a shift as far as, like, on television. I haven't seen a difference in, like, magazines or anything. And usually that is kind of what sets the mold for how people accept different people. or people that are unique, such as ourselves, because every one of us are very unique. And then our hair is definitely totally unique, So yes, comment down below. Let me know, how are things where you are? How is it with dating? How is it with interactions? How do people look at you? I'm just really starting to find that a lot of people, I always felt it online, always, definitely. I mean, receive much love online all the time, never, but always from people from different places, um, within the U.S. and outside of the U.S. as well, just not here. So I don't know if Chicago is just late, which I think Chicago is a great place. Don't get it twisted. I think Chicago is a very great place, but I mean late on, um, adapting to, women that rock freeform Natty dreads. So that's it. I just wanted to come in and say, ending off this year, it's been a beautiful year. Yes, many, 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 many people have approached me, asking me questions or just giving compliments. Again, not trying to flirt or anything necessarily, not necessarily, but just, I don't know, just being more open minded and opening their mouths. I can say that I do move a little differently as far as like the places that I've gone to this year, and that could be it too. I do move a little differently. I've been at a lot of different places that I wouldn't necessarily go, but I notice it in my own neighborhood as well. Again, like I said, when I'm just walking my dog, who's sitting over here, Lucky, just in the neighborhood, there's a major difference. So it's a beautiful thing. I think all people should be accepted for who they are, whether they're tall, short, light, dark, freeform dreads, relaxed hair, whatever it is that a person chooses to do. I think we all should be accepted. I think that we're all unique. We're all beautiful. And it should never be a deal, whether we're thick or skinny or whatever. And that's another thing I want to address. Why is it that when people give a compliment to somebody, this is crazy to me. When somebody gives a compliment to somebody, instead of just saying you're beautiful, or I think you're beautiful, I think you're very pretty or whatever, they always got to add something to it. Like say my mom. My mom is very petite and very, 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 very thin. My mom is a very petite woman, very small. I mean, and so if somebody would give her a compliment, it'd be like, "Oh, you're beautiful," and to be so small and like, I mean, I'm not saying that they say this, but I'm just giving this as an example. You're so beautiful. Why can't they just stop at you're so beautiful, but they have to add on, to be short or to be so small, or to be, let's go even further, to be so, oh God, you look great. Why is that? Why can't we just give people compliments without adding on something? I have had people say to me, you're beautiful to be plus size. What? That's not a compliment. That's not a compliment. A compliment is just saying you're beautiful, point blank, period. You don't have to go there to say to be plus size, to be thick, to be this, to be that, or whatever. Just if you're going to give a person a compliment, just give a person a compliment. You don't have to go there with all of that extraness. It's just, I just find it unnecessary. How do you feel about that? Men, chime in. Let me know. My emperors, chime in. Let me know. Is it just that you all don't know, better, or what is it? Or what do you, I mean, even if you're not that type of person that does stuff like that, what do you think it is that makes people say stuff like that instead? I mean, it's like you cut off the whole compliment by adding to be, or for for a small woman, you're very pretty, or to be a plus size woman, you're very, beautiful, or something like that. I mean, women, empresses, How do you feel about that? If somebody gave you a compliment and was like, "Oh, you're beautiful to be so dark or to be so pale." How would that? I mean, how do you feel about stuff like that? Comment down below if people say, "Oh, you're a beautiful dark skinned woman," or "You're a beautiful fair skinned woman," or red bone. I hate that. That's one thing I truly just don't like. You're beautiful to you're beautiful red bone or yellow. That's another thing. I don't have any yellow in my skin. I'm a very neutral color and more leaning towards olive when it comes down to the base color of my skin. It's no yellow in me. There's no yellow. Yes, I'm fair skinned, but I don't have yellow tones to me. You know, people need to know the difference. But anyway, yeah, I just kind of want to do a little interaction and just see how people feel about it. Am I overreacting? Am I in my feelings or whatever about that? I just feel like a compliment is a compliment. You don't have to add on, you know, stuff talking about a person's complexion, talking about a person's size, talking about a person's height, talking about a person's whatever. I just think that that's just too much. That's just extra, and that's something you should keep to yourself. So with that being said, hopefully you all like my new little setup. I'm trying to rock this little comfortable area. So this is where I'll be doing my live chats at on Sundays at 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time. But yeah, I just tried to change the little scenery because I'm sure y'all got tired of seeing everything in my house, in my dining room, my blackboard, and my nail station and all of that. So comment down below and let me know how you like my little floral arrangement I set up and my little lights and all of that, my little festive stuff. And of course, it'll never be the end of a video without Lucky coming in and saying goodbye to you all. Say goodbye, Lucky. Say goodbye. We're having a great day. If you all see another video with me with this exact same outfit on, just know that I'm trying to film a couple videos in a day. So, with that being said, Lucky, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say I'm ready for the holidays. Say I'm ready for Christmas. I'm ready for New Year's. I'm ready to eat whatever's in the garbage can. So cauliflower. All right. Peace and love, everybody. I'm out. Oh, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Make sure you check out the description box. You can link with me on Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, Snapchat. All of that's located in the description box. Also, if you haven't already done so, if you don't have any of my merchandise, check out my merchandise. Everything is listed down below. Peace and love.